meditation is very simple process. It takes a couple of minutes to learn and a few minutes of practice with no restrictions whatsoever.
More than Annadana or Vidyadana, Dhyana Dana is the biggest gift. Giving the gift of meditation is the biggest gift.
For a long time in my company, Cognizant, we are looking for funding, and for a long period of time it was not happening. But then I started visualizing and one of the things that we'll learn here, and started talking in a positive way to all our colleagues, and we actually got funding for more than what we were expecting. So I realized that meditation, there's so much that we can do, because everything is about what I think and feel.
Getting into a dream job as physical therapist in USA. So I need to give an exam called National Physical Therapy Exam. So with that intention, I worked on my own thought patterns, reprogrammed my mind, thoughts, meditation with these affirmations and constantly replacing the negative thought with the positive thought really helped me, and I did clear the exam the very first time.
I've overcome my migraine headache, and my blood pressure became normal, and many benefits. So since then, I have been continuously practicing. I've been learning and growing with this team.
I noticed that doing the meditations alone versus doing it in a group with the guidance from Chandra sir was so powerful and so different. Every day I was feeling like I was able to connect and experience that calmness and the stillness.
I came to know that you can be CEO of your own life if you do meditation, because you can stop the constant chatter of your mind, calm it down, and be more peaceful and mindful.
Enriching myself through the Chandra's meditation and wisdom talks. I'm really enjoying and being with myself here.
I was a short temper. I used to get angry frequently for even small things. People observed I started responding to the things and situations instead of reacting it.
This is a really, really wonderful platform to gain wisdom and do meditation, especially the group meditations. Yes, definitely helpful, and clearing our questions and everything.
To go within yourself and to connect to yourself and to know yourself, self-awareness really helps.
My fear went away and I found awareness. I could feel everything. Like I am so aware of my life, like every thought, everything. And from that time, I never looked back.
I started getting some infection in my body, very severe infection near my anal and vagina area. I visited a doctor and he told that surgery is very much needed and we need to remove the total abscess. So doctor gave me antibiotics. I'm joining the sessions and I'm practicing meditation, listening to your wisdom notes, whatever you're telling about body. Something improved over there, like the abscess came that near the vagina. Yesterday afternoon, that all the pus abscess, everything came out very naturally. In an instant, the pain got relieved. So whatever I improved with your wisdom and I implemented and I decreased my fear.
My positive emotion has been increased and my negative emotions like worry, fear has been reduced. So these are one of the best profound benefits I got through meditation.
Namaste. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, dear friends and masters. On behalf of Buddhasya Quantum Foundation, we warmly welcome you all to the day 11 of our program, Yogam. Meditation instills so much positivity and zest within us that we feel so charged up, so recharged that we can start all over, can face any kind of challenge. I do not fix my problems, I fix my thinking. Then problems get fixed on their own. Yes, with this mindset, we are able to lead a happy, successful life as we gain radiant health, we gain so much energy. Now we realize that absorbing thoughts dissipates energy, whereas observing thoughts can do so much wonders. We have to just observe our breath. Yes, dear friends and masters, closing your eyes and observing your breath can do wonders. And since we only can change our thoughts, we need to meditate. That is the best gift we can give to ourselves. With this, I request Chandra sir to take over. Thank you.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. The awareness that meditation brings all changes. Awareness is the metacognition capability. It's scientifically speaking, it's called metacognition capability. Cognition is to understand things and then come up with solutions, come up with insights. Various things you put together, you reason it out, and then you come up with solutions, insights, aha moments, analysis. Metacognition is just something sitting above that and saying, we are into this cognition, something that is an awareness, a layer above it. We know while we are, let's say, enjoying in a party, we're spending time, but suddenly something hits and says, hey, wait, you're spending too much time, now it's go. Metacognition steps a layer above to observe what we are doing. So there's a layer above, something that triggers and then comes out and then immediately brings us back into to do whatever we want to do. The metacognition is there. Awareness of the mental activity. This awareness builds, then everything will start happening. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta chestasya karmasu, yukta swapnava bodhasya, yogo bhavate dukkha. Everything yukta. Because awareness is there. Now, this is a sloka from Bhagavad Gita. Very much related to our talk yesterday about everything in moderation. Food in moderation, ahara, yukta, moderation. Your entertainment, enjoyment in moderation, activities in moderation. Sleep in moderation, yukta swapnava bodhasya. Everything, even learning about ourselves is in moderation. When everything is done in moderation, then all dukkha is resolved for a yogi who is taking on meditation. But all of this comes in moderation when you have awareness. Awareness is consciousness. Awareness is consciousness. Something that's out there which is telling us, hey, you had enough. Wait. Enough for today. You have plenty of entertainment, enjoyment. You have many other things to take care of. Now, enough. Wake up now, enough. You slept enough, now wake up. And making us feel fresh in many ways, its own ways. But we don't force ourselves. As we develop that awareness, we are with it. We know that I slept enough. Meditation, building that awareness, means becoming consciousness. There's something which is bringing their attention onto us, about reminding us constantly of what to do. It is that awareness which is then stays with us to help us navigate ourselves in every step of the way. In the form of a message, in the form of a physical challenge or symptom, an intuitive feeling that you have. Now, mental health, United Nations, when they declared meditation, World Meditation Day, they said meditation is an evidence-based mechanism. Mindfulness meditations are evidence-based mechanisms for people to have the greatest health, physical, mental health. Evidence-based mechanisms. There are few things that are happening, and why, if there's one thing, physicality, in physical healing, in mental healing, in emotional healing, and in many ways spiritual healing, social healing, being able to be with people, then it is mental health that meditation as a technique is significantly helping. Knowledge is significantly improving. Of course, the spiritual health and so everything comes through, but meditation profoundly brings about changes and improves mental health significantly. Because, number one, our stress hormones are significantly less. We know this. When the stress hormones are less, the mind is functioning a lot better. The stress is fundamentally attached to the past in many, many cases. That rumination, mental rumination, has to stop. So when that is dropping, of course, we are gaining a better mind. We cannot stop from not thinking about things that have happened in childhood or the past. And people say I'm in depression because there's no control of the thought for them. While it can be very, very difficult and daunting in the beginning for people who think that they are in depression, that means there's an uncontrollable thought with meaning to thought with meaning to thought with meaning and feeling. It can be difficult, but if with some determination, with the help of people around in their families, some determination, work through them, then they will sure come out of it. So first is this stress hormone reduction. Second, evidentially, that because the gray matter is expanding around the whole brain, and the gray matter expands, and so then in general, as the brain capacities increase, in general, now there is this feel-good hormones are also getting produced plenty. You start feeling good because many things start happening to you. As the gray matter expands, the neural glue is getting created. So you feel good because the dopamine is there. You feel rewarded. So then it starts building up some kind of internal happiness. Serotonin is there, mood is changing. Earlier, you were very, very upset for many things. Changes mood. So neural capacities increase, general well-being of the mind increases, and so then the general confidence about, for example, neural capacity increases, the memory increases, the ability to understand somebody's point increases. Directions become difficult to understand, but with neural capacities increasing, your ability to understand direction improves. Suddenly, your confidence increases. Broadly speaking, now specifics are there. For specifics, you can read many books. But the third thing is very important, is the fears are reduced with meditation, because there is an area called amygdala, which is emotion center in the subconscious mind or limbic brain. Now that is shrinking in the areas of fear. That's what is noticed by research experimentation, that amygdala shrinking. You regularly hear this. That means fears are reduced. One can easily tell fears, a lot of them are projected out of where? So everything is projected based on what we have as in knowledge. As the fears are produced because there's so much is being consumed from environment and of course from the past, we hold on to it. When the past is getting disappeared, with awareness, if you have fencing of yourself from all the junk that we receive everywhere from around, then of course, then our natural state is to be joyful and then not be fearful. So fears slowly come down for a regular practice of meditation. So awareness is increasing, mental capacities are increasing, fears are coming down. These are sufficient for our mental health to improve, to have a sound mind. Now, these three are very naturally happening, very naturally happening. Our metacognition capability, because it's important, a person who doesn't have control of the thought. Now, who doesn't have? Who has control of thought? Many, many people don't have. In that poll yesterday, how many people said? 65, 75% said, I continuously go through a lot of thought. Even when you sit down, we're getting thought, so it is there for everybody then. We have an intention to go into thoughtless, but 65% say that we are getting thought after thought. Nobody has control on thought. So those who feel that I am overthinking, everybody is overthinking. You don't need to distinguish yourself and say, I've got this depression and this and that. These are big words. But lack of thought control is there for most people. Different degrees, that's all it is. Different degrees. But the thing is, mind is a beautiful actor. Mind is beautiful because mind is the creator. And so mind is a friend, it's a creation. Everything happens through thought. And so then mind is the creator. So we nurture it and we don't make it an enemy to us. We got to nurture it. And then meditation is the simple practice we do every day. We nurture it. We cultivate the mind. We remove the weeds. The weeds are these thoughts, unwanted thought. And so we notice it every day. So every day meditate and every day the unwanted thought disappear. The weeds are removed. Like, every day cultivating the garden. We cultivate the mind. And so then something beautiful comes up. What comes up? What is important comes up. What is important for your life? Which is where we focus on, that will nurture, that will grow. And so some beautiful creation happens. But all this unwanted thought must go, and it is for everyone, dear friends. Even those who feel, if I sit down, even for a few minutes, I can't close my eyes because something really bothers me, disturbs me. So be it. Now disturbs you, sit down for a couple of minutes, then get up, no problem. Then come back and sit down for again a few minutes. Open your eyes. You can't. I understand. I've heard this and I've spoken to many who have these challenges. They cannot sit down for too long. They recognize it's okay to do in few minutes of practice. This meditation every day goes for 40 minutes. Sit down for 5 minutes. Be that determined. And somebody helps you around. And then, of course, you say, get up and this is over from today. But this is where someone's help can be useful to you. But if not, be very determined. There are people who have solved these cases. They sit through this process. 6 weeks later, they find something, some hope. But give it time. Give it time. Everything takes time. It's a lifelong process for everyone and everything. We don't become an expert. I mean, I might learn a lot of computer knowledge in 3 months and 6 months, but the expertise, the experience does not come in 3 months and 6 months. It takes time, isn't it? It takes time. We can pass certifications, this and that, but those are all just based on intelligence and a snapshot of what we have, and then we just get tested and we pass. But the actual experience of being able to apply it in the day-to-day life, and somebody becomes a great programmer after a few years of experience. Things take time. We are in a hurry. And I spend, 10 days later, I'm not able to be concentrating. I'm not able to be in the program regularly. So what? Every day come into meditation and pat yourself. It's okay. Don't worry about if you didn't come yesterday. Why can't we accept and then say that, yes, 3 months ago, I was not meditating. Now, at least I meditated 10 sessions in the 40 day. That is great progress. Everybody's sitting for 40 minutes. I'm sitting for 10 minutes. That's great progress. We pat ourselves with a little improvement that we do, then to expect all the results just overnight. We are set up as a system to things develop slowly. It takes 9 months for a baby, slowly. It takes 4 years for an engineering degree, slowly. I mean, 16 years of study before we get there to understand to actually become an engineer. But when it comes to meditation, we want all the results like immediately right now, because you're too conditioned with medication that you get an instantaneous suppression booster that we take. It suppresses things. Medication, modern medication, in most cases suppressing things. And so we get numbed and we want to be numbed. We don't want to be fixed from the root. That's the point. So mental health is beautifully there for those who can patiently recognizing and saying, whatever I am and wherever I am today, and I got here due to years and years and years and years of conditioning of various kinds. There is 20%. I'm reading this book called The Empath Survival Guide. It's a very beautiful book. Judith Orloff. And he's an MD. And she's talking about more than 20% of the people are called empaths. Meaning, I'm just saying 20%. In my view, it must be much bigger. 20% of the people, that means 1 in 5, empaths mean they absorb others' tensions. They absorb others' feelings. They have capabilities to intuitively connect to what others are saying, others are thinking. Sometimes they get into past and future dreams. They call extrasensory perceptions are there. Physically, if somebody is suffering, they just pour their energy into it because this happens for them. Empath. 20%. Now, an empath is not able to control the emotion, in many ways, suddenly both of it come and go because there's a sensing and the taking a lot from the around, or from internally. Now we brand them and say something wrong with this person. They become suddenly over emotional. Suddenly they switch off. Suddenly they switch off. They are very, very great, but suddenly they switch off and go elsewhere. Isolate themselves. Now, where do you stop then? 1 in 5 are like that. Now, you brand everybody and say there is some problem, mental problem, because lack of understanding that this happens for various reasons. And meditation is calming in many, many ways. This process of taking time for ourselves, just improved understanding is helping us to know who I am and where I am. This book must be read. Every family must read this book so that they know if they can support somebody else in the family. Because 1 in 5 means somebody is going to be there in your family for sure. They will be there in the family for sure. And we support them. So let's go into practice of meditation, dear friends. The wisdom note will talk about a bunch of feel-good hormones and things which are naturally making us joyful and happy. And the meditation brings that. The end product is awareness, and then second, the feel-good hormones inside. Awareness is there, so then suddenly you are bringing yourself back into the moment. And then the feel-good hormones are making you feel good no matter what, how worse the situations are. But generally you are feeling good. That's ultimately is what is necessary, right? Initially, it's sort of now, feel-good factors are sort of making you cut off from things, but then slowly with that, now as you are able to sit through into a session after session, then understand and then change your past conditioning, and so then slowly we come out of this whole mental blocks. Right? We come out of the mental blocks for sure. But the wisdom has to be there slowly. A new way to think, a new way to appreciate ourselves. All of that has to come. And so then that awareness with which the feel-good hormones make us quieter, calmer, happy, and so we're able to absorb something new, and so then slowly it brings a change. But takes time. Give it time. Nothing happens overnight. And with those who did not feel any benefit, take time. Be what to say? Care for yourself. Don't be harsh. Don't be harsh on yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. That nothing happened to me in 2 weeks. Nothing happened to me in 40 days. If severe condition is there, it'll dissolve, but give it time, 2 years. Give time 2 years. So can't you give 2 years of time for anything to disappear for yourself? We'll go to a gym and then spend 6 months to get to that light movement in muscle. But for mental muscle, mental things, we have to see results immediately. It's invisible, friends, but things are happening inside, like a bamboo tree. Things happen inside, and then suddenly sprouts, and that will happen for us too. Suddenly there, it grows quickly, but then it takes time to come up. And same thing, meditation is building the mental vessel, cleaning the area, and then everything is happening beautifully. Every day's meditation. Just have to be patient with that. So relax yourself, dear friends. We're practicing breath-mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to rest the mind and be in that calmness of the mind. And we do this by observing our normal, natural breath with our eyes closed. Simple. We don't need many, many mechanisms. And this mechanism that Patrizi popularized significantly worldwide through PSS movement, discovered by Gautama Buddha, comes from the Anapanasati, the Pali language name for it. We call it breath meditation. You're observing your breath with your eyes closed and at resting your attention on the nose or anywhere in the middle of the eyebrows, preferably, and slowly mind becomes empty of thought, less of thought to begin with, then slowly goes into empty states that we're not even aware of. So we simply observe the breath, go into empty states, be there, witness whatever happens, in that situation, in that state. In case you have thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath and again observe the breath. You do this over and over and over. How many times thoughts come? We go back and observe the breath. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. Today, we directly start with Anapanasati, emptiness meditation. Today, we'll avoid heart elevation process. Relax yourself. With your eyes closed, dear friends, relax your body. With your fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, crossing your feet at ankle, across your legs if you're sitting on the floor, and closing your eyes, removing the spectacles. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. I've not played music yet, so I'm going to do some quieter meditation for some time without music, and then we'll start the music a little later. Observe your in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Be with your breath. We are going into powerful group meditation, dear friends. When you observe your breath, your mind becomes less and less of thought. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that calmness, stillness within you. It is natural to have thought. When you are in thought, go back to being with your breath. And allow yourself to slowly go into that emptiness. Be with your breath. Allow yourself to experience emptiness, calmness inside of you, all around you. The more calmer you become in your mind, the more aware you are about yourself. Consciousness is awareness. And helps us channelize our energy towards meaningful experiences called purpose. Allow yourself to experience that emptiness, that calmness, as you merge into your breath. all. Emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy. The field of information, intelligence. The field of possibilities. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, energy, the more you tune in. Possibilities that are uncommon. We are less matter, more emptiness and energy. As you empty your mind of thought, you dissolve matter from your experience. You become aware of that energy, that emptiness of no body, of no thing. And the more you are with it, the more you become of it. That Satchitananda, the thing that ever exists, the thing that ever expands, and ever blissful. Allow yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself, that inner stillness. This is the divinity within you, that greater mind. Where everybody and everything are connected as one. Friends, it's truly an honor and privilege to be experiencing this life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to everything and everyone? Gratitude to your parents, teachers, mentors, to your family, friends, colleagues, partners, everyone. for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. For helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, experience this life. Hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, experience this life. Hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoy the session. It's good we have a large group of people. It's good to share as we're completing our second week. It's good to bring out any questions that you may have with your facilitators. So we have this concept of breakout rooms where we interact today in small numbers, in small groups with the facilitators. So on Thursdays in this program, some Thursdays we are doing that, and so today is that, where we will leave this webinar and then join a bridge that is posted in your WhatsApp groups or here in the chat. And if you join that, then you are with facilitators in small groups in what we call virtual rooms. The technology supports it. And so then there you can interact, ask questions, share your experience, listen to some people who are sharing experiences, multiple rooms. So we are going to divide ourselves into several small rooms. But you have to leave this bridge and join an alternate Zoom bridge. And those of you watching over YouTube, I request Nagendra, someone to post the link of the Zoom bridge in the YouTube. And if you'd like to come and then share, of course, you're experiencing one way, but then please come and share from YouTube here. It is once a week. And share your experience of today's meditation too. You've done something different today. You're there in silence for about 15-20 minutes, and then we have switched into some light music. Share that too there in that bridge. The bridge is posted in your chat and your WhatsApp groups. And so you can at this time leave from here. Yes, Nagendra, they can join. You're on mute. You said something.
Sorry, sir. Yeah. They can join the breakout room now. From this one, you're saying webinar, this bridge will continue, you're asking?
Okay. So you're joining a new Zoom bridge. Those of you who want to interact in small groups with facilitators, please do join that bridge that is posted again by Nagendra. It's also in the WhatsApp groups. And you could leave here, go there, and then be in that group there in discussions, friends. And so I will see you on the other side there shortly. Okay.
Friends, we posted the link in the chat. Please click here. We'll join to the leave here and join there the breakout rooms.
Michael, they're asking, yes, the passcode is
Yes,
Buddha.
I've given the password on the chat.
Passcode is Buddha. If we press